Hello, everyone, and welcome to ARW Weekly. A little bit of housekeeping to start. As you've noticed, or you've probably noticed, since the end of the previous season, we've had a couple of different hosts, a couple of different guests, all kind of changing around throughout the summer. But we decided from here on in that we're going to stick to a team from now until at least the end of the upcoming season. So I'm Gavin, I'm going to be your host, and the team for the season is Jonathan, Matt, and Keith. How are
Hi,
we doing,
Gav.
lads? All right?
You all right, Gav?
Yeah, I'm great, Matt. I'm great. Jonathan, how are you?
I'm good. I'm not as hyper as Matt, but I'm happy out.
Yeah, when it's 2 in the morning in Dubai and you're on your
Been
eighth
drinking
can.
since 6.
Keith, how are you?
Yeah, I'm living good. Living good in
Good.
London. Love.
Good stuff. Yeah, so as I said, this is the team for the season. These lads will be here every week to talk you through everything to do with Liverpool Football Club, take your abuse online, the usual stuff. We might get a few different guests in during the season because, the lads might need to take holidays. Matt might need to go off and be a stunt double for Danny Ings. So when these lads take a little break, we will bring in different people. But overall, you're gonna see these three lads and me. You're stuck with us. That's what happens sometimes in life. But look, we'll get on with things. It's been an eventful week, but here at ARW, we've covered a lot of stuff this week. We covered the game the other day against Crystal Palace. We're covering transfers. We're covering looks like Robertson come in is in, and he should be announced tomorrow. I think the lads done a brilliant pod on that. I think that was Keith, Jonathan, and Craig, if I remember rightly. We've covered Lucas leaving the club. So things are a little bit thin on the ground this week. So we've changed it up a tiny bit, but. Look, we will start with the football, and on Saturday we play Leicester in the final of this. Is it the Hong Kong
Asia Trophy?
Asia Cup.
Yeah. They're just making up names for trophies nowadays. I never know what they're doing. Like, if anyone can tell me the name of the new League Cup, fair play. But Leicester on Saturday. Matt, is there anything you'd like to see from the game? Step up in preparations, or are you just looking for fitness and little signs of the way we might play?
Yeah, think with pre-season, if we lose a game, then I'm completely not arsed. So I can't really be arsed when we win either. As long as we're getting the fitness there, all the lads were having a good run out the other night. Salah especially. I mean, the first half it was quite a good team actually put out. We played well, but as long as they're running around and there's no injuries, then I'm pretty happy. I do like seeing, like I said the other week, I do like seeing the youth players. Like, I want to see how Gruitch is performing. I know it's only a friendly, but how he gels with the team and the players around him. He was getting stuck in the other night. I liked it. I was enjoying that. He was a bit of snidery, bit of cuntery, which only Emre Can brings to the team really. But it's a bit of him. I want to see a bit more Trent. He had a few good shots, and TAA, we know he's looking at class this season as well. So yeah, just more of the same really. As long as they're all fit, they're all healthy, I'm happy with the games.
Anyone listening for the season from here on in, if you want to play Map Bingo, the first bet you should definitely put on is Emre Can, because he's going to mention him 4 to 5 times every week for the next year. So that's just a shout out and a little tip for you if you're playing Map Bingo.
Did I even mention him then?
Yeah, you see,
I didn't even know.
You're literally mentioning him, and it's going over your own head. So that's how much you're mentioning him. Yeah, no, you're right. We were talking about this on the off the cuff the other night. There was Gruitch, and he's a little bit snide, and I like it. We all did. But do you know what, Jonathan? When we're looking at this Leicester game, and I'm thinking about all these players, there's one that kind of stood out to me the other night, and he didn't get much of a mention, but I really like the look of Ryan Kent, and I'm really hoping he gets a run now on Saturday, and maybe a little bit more action when we go off to Germany for the Audi Cup as well.
Yeah, definitely. Like we it kind of took us by a little bit by surprise, really. How good he played there the other night. He's just one of these players that he always catches my eye because he just looks like such a classy, swaggery player. He just gets the ball and runs. He seems to have a lot of confidence as well. He's well able to, no problem stepping up and taking a shot or whatever, or taking his man on. Like it's a huge season for him now. He's been on loan a couple of times, and now with Ojo, look like he's going out the door temporary as well. So there is a slot there in the squad for him. So it'd be nice to see him get a bit of run on Saturday. The other thing I'd really like to see is just no injuries. The pitch is in ribbons over there, and I'm sure it won't have got any better. So no injuries and get the fitness up. They'd be the two main things.
Yeah, and we're probably going to play second again, I presume, on Saturday, which means the pitch is going to get another absolute trampling before we play. Keith, you're looking at this team on Saturday, and you're the king of fantasy football. I'm going to say that now and put you right on the spot. So everyone's going to follow you for the year as well. I'm actually digging a hole for all of you very intentionally. But if you're looking at that team come Saturday, is there anybody that, when you're looking and thinking, yeah, big season from him, he's definitely, worth a shout for the fantasy league team? Who are you looking for?
I think Trent Alexander-Arnold can be a dark horse. I really do. I think he can kind of cement himself in the team. When you're looking at his valuation and probably all the fantasy footballs, he's going to be cheap as chips. And if he can push himself, he can make a big push from Nathaniel Klein's place. There's no reason why he won't be bagging a fair few assists. And overall, I think Liverpool might bag a lot more clean sheets than we probably would have thought, because I don't know, there seems to be more of a solid feel to us. I know it's very, very early days. Just one shout out. I think it's good that we're playing teams like Crystal Palace, teams like Leicester when we go to Hong Kong, instead of playing like an assorted 11 of random players who are there just for the crack. Do you know what I mean? It's nice that we actually are going out there and having competitive games against teams and players that we're going to be playing against during the season. So, and Trent doesn't look out of place at all. And he looked really, really good, and he's good. He's the man to watch. He's the man to watch. He could be a dark horse.
Yeah, he is. He's looked very impressive. Something for somebody that I can never remember whether he's 18 or 19, but he's one of those. He's probably 20 now that I've said it. But watching him the other night, do you know what it is? You're kind of looking for a player and you're looking to see how he does, but he kind of fits in so seamlessly that you end up not looking for him, if you know what I mean. He's in that team and he's playing, and he doesn't look like, when you see a young player and he might be a bit nervous on the ball, there might be a heavy touch, he might be out of position, and you can see the nerves in his body language. He just looks like he's in the team and he's playing and he's all the confidence in the world. I think it's a great show on Trent, and it's great to see competition for Klein, and they could be used in different ways for different games. Sorry, Matt, you want to jump in there?
He's only 18,
18, yeah. No, yeah. I couldn't work out whether he's 18 or 19.
And one thing he does so well, and to watch out for continuously throughout this pre-season, is how early he releases the ball from wide, and the positions that he puts that ball into. It always goes into that 6-yard box. He always gets it into such dangerous positions. When the strikers start to learn when to make that run into the box when he has the ball, it could be a whole new level of play of ways of scoring goals that we haven't done before from the right-hand side.
Yeah. Yes. Well, him and Robertson Carlos will give us so much more width than.
Yeah. Well,
they will. My only worry is, we know we haven't got the strongest defence. Neither of them two. TAA, because of his age, predominantly, but he still is shaky at the back. Do you know what I mean? He's great going forward, and we love that, because at the moment we've got Klein, who's solid at the back, but he's shite going forward. So we look at TAA and think, he's great going forward, but we kind of forget about the need that we actually do need him quite solid at the back as well. And I don't think he's there yet. He's only 18, so I'm not saying he's not going to be. And with defence, you can train it in and coach it in a lot more than you can attack, especially if you're just using pace and a bit of confidence. So that's my only worry with having them two, that we are left exposed.
He's built, he's big, he's tall.
Yeah, he gets around.
It's one of them ones where I agree with you 100%. Nathaniel Klein, we have not had a right back defend as well as Nathaniel Klein has defended for Liverpool in a long, long time. He deserves that kind of praise, and I totally agree with you. Do you know what I mean? He is so solid, Mr. Reliable. It's just a shame that his end product isn't, I don't know, it's lacking something, and it's been lacking something for a while. I wonder if
shite,
the competition...
mate. It's shite.
Yeah, it's really almost never beats the first man at times. You know what I'm saying?
The good thing is, I know Jonathan loves to say, it's horses for courses. You've got TAA when you are playing. the teams that you might need to defend against. If you're playing a Man City or an Arsenal, or someone's going to come forward with the ball, you've got did I say to you? I mean, you've got Klein. If you've got a team that's sitting deep, like a Burnley or someone shot like that, is just going to put 8 at the back, then you've got TAA who can get behind him and can help out. Again, this season, we've just got a lot more options.
I think we're kind of set up almost in the Spurs model. I know I've said this a lot, but you have defensively against the bigger teams, a bit more defensive now. So you have Millie and you have Klein. And then when you want to go a bit more gung-ho against particularly the smaller teams that park the bus at Anfield, you'll have Robertson and you'll have TAA bombing forward. So it's kind of the perfect mix that he has there, that he can chop and change. And as you said, Matt, horses for courses.
And it's releasing that ball early, by the way, like you both alluded to, with the whole parking the bus. The biggest issue is we run, we pass it around a little bit, and we just allow the opposition to get into their shape, and then they frustrate us.
He's got that confidence, and he just lets it go.
He lets it go, and that's what we need for the season.
It is something that he has, because I watched it against Tranmere, and one ball in particular, there was a little triangular play on the right wing, and the minute he seen the opportunity, the ball was out of his feet and was whipped in along that 6-yard line. And I said it at the time, when we get match fit and players are on it and a little bit more bothered, because in pre-season they just don't want to get injured, I think you'll have 3 or 4 players in on top of that. But look, players are always learning. You hear this, you see players that are 28, 29 and they'll tell you they're still learning. I don't see why Trent can't learn from Klein defensively, and Klein can probably learn from Trent offensively, if you know what I mean. And the same on the far side. Robertson is meant to be quite direct when he plays. He does like a ball in the box. He's very direct in his running. Milner might be able to help him just to being a bit more cute in the attacking areas. And Milner might learn a little bit off Robertson, because Robertson, despite only being 23, has played left back all his career. So Milner might find something in that. So I don't think there's anything bad in having those 4 different type of players for those 2 positions.
Yeah.
No, it's great.
Question.
Sorry, Matt. I thought you were jumping in on me there. Go on, Matt.
I was, but I forgot what I was going to say.
He was trying to say what he's just saying is that Emery can play right back again. Like who else can?
Well, we have got him dropping in between the defenders, so we've got the cover.
All I'll say is stoke away Stevie's last game. Emery Chan getting absolutely raped at right back.
But you see, the thing is,
I'm blaming that on Brendan Rodgers.
The way Matt will have us playing is he'll drop in in between the 2 centre halves when we're defending, and then when we're attacking, he'll be just playing off Firmino. So because he can do it all, can't he? But look,
kicks.
We'll all probably watch the Leicester game on Saturday, and more crossing our fingers for no injuries. But like seeing Salah again, the speed of that fella is unreal. If you blink, you miss him. But look, we get over Saturday, and then we move on to, I think we go to Germany then, and that's where you'll see the likes of Trent and even Ryan Kent, Solanke, if they get run out against a higher quality teams again. I think it's Bayern Munich, Napoli, is Atletico Madrid in it as well? I can't remember the 14, but there is a step up in class there again. So look, if they can get a run out and have a good showing in that, you never know where they're going to go with the season. Lads, we have to move on to the subject of these 2 lads that were signing or not signing. You could literally make a box set out of this at this stage. There's that many episodes in it. Keita and Van Dijk. I'm going to go on to you all quickly and see where you stand, because this seems to change on a daily basis. A Wednesday is Keita day, a Thursday is Van Dijk day. Robertson has the cheek to come in and interrupt these 2 lads' time in the sun by actually signing for the club. But Keith, I'll come to you first. Very simply, Keita and Van Dijk. Are we getting one? Are we getting both? Are we getting none? And if you were to pick one of them, which one do you want?
Van Dijk. All day long. I've got cold feet about the whole situation. As much as I believe that we're making a good push for it, which makes a change. And to get both in would really put us in a position where, when you look around on all the clubs in the league, we would have done the best piece of business by a long shot. And there's a lot of rival fans. I've mates of mine who are Arsenal fans, United fans. They're all telling me the same thing. If you guys pull off Van Dijk and Keita, you would have done better business than any other team, and you will be pushing on for the title. it's obviously people have said it takes a long time to get these deals in, but if we don't have an alternative to Van Dijk, then it's a problem.
Absolutely. We done a pod on Monday. We had Grizz and we had Graham Kelly on, and basically those two kind of insinuated that if these two don't come off, the backup plan is not a pretty sight. But look, all we can do at the moment is, with the way I look at it, is if these things are dragging on, and a club hasn't come out and said no, he's not for sale, these offers are out of hand, stop it. I think it goes on, and if the rumours are true that the players want out, players usually get what they want. But look, anything can happen, because I think there was about 45 agents went over to Hong Kong yesterday to meet Liverpool to try to get things done. Nothing's happened today, so I'm presuming Liverpool are spending all that money on the lash with these lads. I presume they've forgotten about the negotiations. Matt, Keita and Van Dijk, one, both, none. What do you think?
I think we try very hard for both. I mean, I know fuck all, but the people on who we look at on Twitter, blah blah blah, they all saying they're fairly confident we're going to make a good go at it. I just hope we get Van Dijk. That's the one I want. And if we don't get him, I hope we've got a pretty good alternative. He's what we need. Keita's there. We're just being opportunist. Is that a word?
Opportunistic.
Yeah, that'll do, mate.
Or opportunists.
Yeah, yours or mine. I don't mind which we use. Like
if we'd have come to you at 5 o'clock, you would have known that.
Oh, well, it's 2 a.m. there. So no, I just think he's a boss player, and we've seen an opportunity and we've gone for it. I mean, we do need a centre mid, but with Coutinho coming back into the midfield, it's not as important. We do have lots of players in that centre mid, and Grukic is looking good as well. So in the defensive part, we're looking good. I would like another centre mid. It's not imperative. Getting a centre back is absolutely key to how our season turns out. If we don't get Van Dijk, we need a backup. If we don't get Keita, we don't need a backup.
Yeah, I tend to agree with you, but I said yesterday, get all the money you have, put it together, put it in a big huge bag, and drive it down to Southampton and go, there you go. I don't care how much it is. That's how important the signing is to me. But the thing is, and Keith touched on it, if you go and get both of these, the rest of the league stands up and goes, whoa, hold on a minute. These boys were decent last season. Only for a bad spell in January and February, they were right up there, and these two lads could make a huge difference. Now, having said that, there's other clubs out there, the likes of City, that, like, for all the money they're spending, that's a hell of a lot of players to try to integrate. That's 4 fullbacks they're trying to integrate, another player in midfield and probably another striker. But I think Keith is right. If you sign these two, and you probably end up signing one more, not including Robertson, yeah, it does make other teams stand up. But Jonathan, when it comes to you, me and you, I think I've done it many times. I think if me and you say Keita or Van Dijk to each other again, we're probably going to end up punching each other in the head. But one, both, none. Which one do you want? I'll ask you again, because until this stops.
It's Groundhog Day, isn't it? Like, Jesus,
yeah.
When will this transfer window be over? Look, I think we'll get both. I really hope, and that's probably me just hoping. But I've no inside information. I'm not a Graze, but I think but I think we'll get both.
If you didn't put the googly eyes emoji on Skype right now, I'm not believing you.
Exactly. Yeah, and that for me summed up the transfer window. Those 2 fucking eyes. If we have to pick one out of the 2, obviously I want both, because I firmly believe we get both and we get a decent run with injuries next season. We're winning the league, because that spine added to the attack and flair that we have will blow teams apart. I love both players. Both players are key to us. Could be hugely improve our system. I'm absolutely in love with Keita. I really, I've gone on the record and put my balls out again. He comes to us, he's winning Player of the Year, and not just our Player of the Year, overall Player of the Year. He's that good. But the biggest problem last season was our defense, and how we leaked goals. So if I had to take, if you put me up against a wall with a gun to my head, and we can only take one. As much as I love Keita, it would have to be Van Dijk just for that defensive steal that would give us. But look, fingers crossed we'll get both. And as Keith and the guys touched there, like how's that setting a marker down to the rest of the Premiership? Like there's going to be teams fearing us, and not just teams in the Premiership. I think tiers all across Europe as well.
Yeah, no, Van Dijk is the correct answer. You all get bonus points for that. But I just want this to end. Whatever way it ends, I just want it to end.
Like if I have to get up another morning and just check my Twitter to see if there's any stupid o'clock in the morning, just to see if there's another update, like is there who is it going to be today? What, like it just goes. It seems to go every second day between them. Like one day it's Keita's this, Keita's that. Next day it's Van Dijk this, and I was like, oh Jesus!
Have we had the 10:30 news yet? What time is it back there?
It's 22 minutes past 10 at the moment.
Oh, we're in for a good one tonight, aren't we?
Yeah, we could be pausing this pod in about 8 minutes. But no, like I said, I just want this to end. I just want it to stop. I just want to move on. Just to say they're done, and I'm happy enough with that. Then I just stop all the transfers. Then put your money in your back pocket and walk away. But look, we leave it. We'll probably be back here next week talking about them again.
Exactly. Can we just record? Can we just record that segment and just play it over just to save myself another 10 minutes next week?
Yeah. We could just drop that into next week's. But look, we'll move on. And news tonight, it was going around today, but I think it's been confirmed tonight. One of you can probably confirm it for me. But the African Cup of Nations has decided from 2019, which is the next tournament they have, that they're going to host it in June and July. Now, this is massive. For a lot of clubs, but for Liverpool, if they do sign Keita and they have Mane, and if Matip decides he wants to go back and play for Cameroon, or he's made to go back and play for Cameroon, whatever way it works, it's huge. We're not going to lose them throughout the season. I presume we're all happy with this, Keith.
Sorry, I just got completely distracted there for 1 second just to see that Barcelona here's a bit of breaking news. Barcelona bid €80 million for Coutinho, offer rejected according to the Daily Mail.
Oh, fuck them.
I don't mind them.
So,
what are you following them for, Keefy?
I'm not. I'm watching that Victor Frankenstein geezer from South Africa, I think. Fagerstrom. He's the one that tweeted it out there. No fan of the Daily Mail whatsoever, but we'll leave that for another time. Sorry, what was the question again? I did get lost there.
The question was...
So we all support Liverpool, that's the team in red?
No, do you know what? Like, Jesus, I thought like not having Grizz on this would make things a lot smoother, but Keith decided to become Grizz.
Breaking news, I'm forgetting where he is.
Yeah, he's broken himself. No, the African Cup of Nations is June and July from 2019, so we don't have to worry anymore. Are we back on track, Keith?
Mate, yeah, absolutely back on track. Right, I'm with you now. Yes. So, about the African Cup of Nations, that news was the best news I've heard about Liverpool for weeks, as far as I'm concerned. Sadio Mane is the African Lionel Messi. Sadio Mane will be Player of the Year next season. He will be the best player for Liverpool, the best player in the Premier League, and he is going to be the difference maker. And I think he will take us to glory. He is that good, and the fact that we don't have to lose him halfway through a season anymore makes it even better. Not only for the fact that he's going to continue to absolutely kill it, but God forbid one of the big boys swooped in with their big hawks and fangs and took him away from us. We could ask for double the money, and that will not be a stumbling block whatsoever. Because I feel that was, to a certain extent, the reason why we got him for as good a deal as we did from Southampton. This whole African Cup of Nations, you lose him for quite some time, and when he came back, he was quite tired. To begin with, it took him a while to get into gear. Now that's been taken away. It's fantastic news. I'm well happy about that.
Yeah, I'm delighted with it. None of this messing around in January and wondering when he's heading off and when will he be back, and have Cameron or whoever the team he plays for or whoever the team both of them play for, have they been knocked out and you're nearly cheering the other team in penalty shootouts because he'll be home the next day and stuff like that. Matt, are you as happy as Keith is? Or do I have to repeat the question to you as well?
No, I'm listening. I'm not like Keith. I'm a good boy. No, it doesn't bother me. I don't even think we missed Mane, if I'm honest. So, yeah, it's absolutely awesome. If we get Kaita as well, then fucking hell, that. I was always worried about the amount of African players. I mean, it's not for another 2
You're
years
just a racist. That's all you were.
Wow. Yeah. I don't even know what to say.
That's dumb shit, isn't it?
No, but I mean, like, it's amazing getting these great players which we need, like Salah, Mane, and Keita. It's so good. Everyone knew it was coming as well for the African Cup of Nations, and just all put it to the back of the head. Yeah, we'll just forget about that for now. But now this news has come out. Like, Jurgen Klopp, he just knew what he's doing. He knew it was coming. He's an absolute wonder man, isn't he? He didn't give a shit. Everyone's like, "We're gonna be missing 2 fucking wingers." He didn't give a shit. He's standing there with an umbrella on his head, fucking man, his vuvuzela just bopping away. He doesn't care, man. Yeah,
he's in a beat going. Yeah, I don't care if Salah, Mane, Keita, they can all go. Henderson can go if he wants. I'm not too bothered.
I'll put Milner up top.
Yeah, no, like the lads have said there, Jonathan, it's great news. And do you know what else it stops? It stops the absolute meltdown from about November on as to, can we sign someone on loan for 6 months? Can we sign a replacement for Mane? Can we do this? Can we do that? It stops all that. It puts that to bed. And it means now that you can concentrate on your squad from August to May with no interruptions. Obviously, there'll be suspensions and injuries, but no major, no kind of double whammies, like where your player is missing for 4-5 weeks, and then he could end up getting injured 5 into the 5th week, and then comes back and he's missing for another 6 weeks. So you have him or have them, and it's all good. So it's only good for Liverpool. I don't care about the rest. It's good for Liverpool.
Yeah, but you think they could have waited another week or so? It's just right on the eve where the next bid is coming in for Keita. Like that's going to add another 10-15 million on their negotiation, isn't it?
Yeah, like anyone having the cheek to have any news on Liverpool other than Van Dijk and Keita is just bang out of order in my opinion.
They're like totally unacceptable.
Yeah, but no, look, it's great
news.
Yeah,
it's happy out because like you look at it like, Jesus Christ, we struggled last season when we just had Mane gone. Can you imagine the hysteria it would be with Mane and Salah gone?
Yeah. My worry would be it's not so much Red Bull. I mean, like, being serious now, not so much Red Bull sticking their price up, but there'll be other teams looking at Keita. We're not the only ones. He's a great player. Do you know what I mean? There's other teams looking at him, thinking, well, he's going to African Cup of Nations.
Oh, yeah,
some teams don't like it, and now a few people will be perking their ears up, like thinking, well, actually, we can get this guy, and he's going to have a full season. Do you know what I mean? That's my worry. Other teams now more than Red Bull putting their fucking price up.
I think with that though, I think Liverpool are that far down the line now, and they've shown that they're willing to pay. I think this gets closed out. I just like.
What about Paris Saint-Germain or Real Madrid come in? Like,
don't mind them. No,
don't worry. Like, Edgeworth is halfway through the third round of tequilas there with Al-Qaeda's.
Is this in Hong Kong?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they're probably off to the strip club here now. So
the money they're getting from the loan that they gave us, the imaginary loan that they gave us for the main stand. Well, the 1.25% is being drawn down, and they're all on the piss with. That's what I heard. It's unconfirmed, but that's what I'm going with.
They've all gone off to 4 floors of whores. That's a well-known bar out there.
We've tried to go through the serious stuff, and we've managed to not make it serious at all. So we'll go on to the non-serious stuff, and I have to give a shout out to one of our lads, Ian, aka Red Mysterio, who come up with this idea for this week to have a bit of fun. And what he's asked us to do is he wants us to predict the ARW Weekly PFA Team of the Year 2018-19. So he wants us to pick the team that we think will be the team of the season, announced next early May or whatever they announce it. So we'll start with goalkeeper. And I'm just going to go around we can all chat together and just pick out who we think will be the goalkeeper of the year for next season. So Matt, I'll let you go first because you look like you're thinking really, really hard there.
Emery Chan.
Don't be silly. Jimmy Milner. No, I don't know. It's a tough one. If he stays, it's De Gea, isn't it? Is he staying? I haven't. There's been no news of him going so far. I thought he would have been gone by now, if I'm honest.
Well, we have to bring this into consideration, you see, because if you're picking players and he leaves, that's one player we can't get right. So we have to bring in this into consideration. And
if he was going to be,
I can't see him
if
going.
he was top of their list, he would have been gone. Yeah, that's my thing.
Yeah, but I think
seems to have cooled as well, doesn't it?
And the relationship between Madrid and United doesn't look great at the moment over the whole Morata thing. Following on from fax machines being broken and stuff a couple of years back. But yeah, I'd agree with you, Matt. If he stays, I think he is goalkeeper of the year, and it's simple because the style of play they have, he has to make saves, and he does make them. He wins them so many points. The only other keeper I'd probably put up against him, if he stays at Chelsea, is Courtois. That's the only one I'd put up against him. He is great, but he doesn't look like he has the best relationships with Conte. That's just from a completely outside view.
Well, I think the whole going off playing basketball and coming back with a dodgy ankle last season didn't go down well. Yeah, no, De Gea for me as well. As much as it pains me, and you touched on a very good point there. Courtois is arguably a better keeper, but he's so much more protection in front of him. So it looks like he's little to do. De Gea is going to be exposed, and he just makes himself look like a hero with all the saves that he has to make. Then is De Gea for me.
Hugo Lloris, good keeper as well.
So obviously,
I think he's way overrated. Hugo Lloris, just to throw it out there.
Yeah, he's not as good as Simon Millionaire, mate. Sorry, sir.
Oh, that's just my opinion. I think he's hugely overrated.
Do you think?
Yeah.
It's good, man.
He gets away with a lot of stuff that he shouldn't get away with. Like, he rushes out and barely gets away with stuff. And I've seen him a couple of shots go through him, and there's something about Lloris that just doesn't sit right with me. But that's just my opinion.
Three unforced errors last season. He was one of the highest to do so. So I remember having that debate at the time when we were talking about Mignolet, who I think will be PFA player, goalkeeper of the year. So just shout out Simon Mignolet, still showing you that love. It's going to be Mignolet, lads.
Are you going with Mignolet?
Do you know what? For laughs, yes, but for serious, for a second, I reckon the one to watch, who we may be talking about quite a lot, unfortunately, it pains me to say it because he plays for who he plays for, but Jordan Pickford, I think, is one to watch this season.
You think he can be goalkeeper this season?
He could be up there. I reckon he's going to have a solid defence in front of him. I think he's a quality keeper, great distribution. I'll be intrigued to see if he can kick on at Everton. He's going to have he's going to have a better defensive structure in front of him, which will make him look better. And I think he's really one to watch. But I agree I'll go with the consensus with De Gea on that one because he usually always is. He's Mr. Reliable, he's Mr. Consistent. But Pickford could be a dark horse. Okay.
We'll go with De Gea, and I'm just going to put Pickford in brackets here, just to remind me when the season ends as to how he's done. Okay, we're going to go on to the back four. The usual right back, left back, two centre backs. Matt, start wherever you want. Just pick a player in any of them positions and throw it out there, and we go from there.
All right, we'll go left back. I think it's a toss up between. I don't know. It's a tough one. What Conte's going to play? I love Azpilicueta. I love him. I was going to say between him and Danny Rose, but Alonso's also playing pretty well last season as well. Yeah, I'm going to go Danny Rose. I like him.
Yeah, that would have been my shout as well. Would have been Danny Rose because I think Spurs with such a settled back four, and even when they have them injuries, they still look settled. And Danny Rose is a massive outlet for them on the left. He probably would have been my show. So, Keith, who are you thinking?
Yeah, I think once Danny Rose got injured, I think Spurs lost a little bit on that left-hand side, and I've got to agree with you guys. I think a Tottenham defender, maybe more than one, will get into the team of the year any year because they just know how to defend. They know how to keep clean sheets. So I reckon Danny Rose has got to be in there.
I'm going to completely and totally rip this to pieces.
Love that.
Jimmy Milner.
Not quite to those extremes. We have to bear in mind the potential signings that haven't been made yet. For me, Mendy is left back player of the year at City.
Oh, the lad looking for City.
Yeah.
Shout that, but
he's big, he's strong. Think of the amount of assists he's going to get. He's going to have a lot of cover. He's going to bomb down that left side.
He's not a bad shout. We're going to have to make a shout. So we're looking at Danny Rose or Mendy, are we?
I do like Mendy, I must say.
Mendy's good. My only problem with
my only
problem with defender coming into a Pep team is there's a lot for them to learn. Like his defenders aren't just what he's always done.
I understand, but he's not as if he's going to come from a Stoke where you sit back and bomb on every second, third attack.
Yeah, absolutely.
He is your attacking left back. Like Monaco, they utilize their fullbacks the whole time, so it's not going to be a hell of a lot of different in the system. I think he'll thrive under Pep.
Yeah, I don't just mean the attacking bit of it. He'll be sound of that, but I don't know. Pep just demands so much. He just may struggle. New league. I mean, yeah, great player. I'm not writing it off. I'm just trying to look for negatives more than anything, if you know what I mean. But new league, Pep system, I think it's difficult.
Well, I think me and Matt have gone with Rose. I think Jonathan has gone with Mendy. So, Keith, I'm going to give you the deciding one on this. Who are you going with?
I think I already said it previously. Did I not say anything?
Yeah, no. Who was it?
Yeah, sorry. Rose. Danny Rose.
You're going with Rose. So we're going to go with Rose, right? And again, I'll stick.
Not having this.
I'll stick Mendy in beside him, all right, just so I can remember when this comes around. Right back. There's a decent right backs in the league. A lot of them. When I look at them, Kyle Walker's left Spurs. He done really well for them, but I don't think he's as good as people think. I don't know how Arsenal are going to do, so I'm a bit concerned over Bellerin. Seamus Coleman at Everton always impresses me, but I don't know how long his injury is going to keep. Yeah. So, right back, I'm going to go to start the bidding with Trent Alexander-Arnold.
Oh, no bias there at all.
No, I just think you know the way a young defender comes along and just blows people away. I think he could be it genuinely. So I'll go with that. And look, if you want to do a counter bid, you walk away.
No,
Matt?
Really. Anyone else?
Do you have anyone else, Matt? To be honest with you, the other one I was thinking was Valencia off United, who's always excellent at right back.
Yeah, he's all right. I don't know. They sit 8 behind the ball anyway, so their defenders is quite easy for them. Who else is there? There's not really that many. You got Kyle Walker, most expensive right back in the world ever, but he's shite, so it doesn't matter. TA's good shout, but he's young, mate. He's 18. I think he'll have great games.
I'm just going to be bold about it. That's all.
Yeah. That's fair one. I can't really think who else is it. Who've Chelsea got? Who do they play there?
Victor Moses was playing there most of the season for them last season, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was. It's difficult thinking about it when there's 5 at the back. Well, wing backs, not 5 at the back. No idea, mate. I don't even know. I'll stick with TA.
Matt is just refusing to acknowledge the right back in the team this season.
We're not having one.
Jonathan, who are you going to give me?
This is a difficult one because I know you mentioned a lot of right backs, but there's none of them that really catch my eye. I hope we're talking Trent this time next year, but you just don't really know. Like, I know we've high hopes for him, but it's the biggest stream to go from not being a first-time regular to overall player of the season. But look, I hope I'm wrong. Azpilicueta, I'm going to go with, just as that kind of. He's just kind of that player that you kind of have to get in the back four. I'm a huge fan of his right from the start when Rafa's really started playing him at Chelsea. But he's just as tidy. He's such a tidy. He can play anywhere along the back four. So yeah, he get my vote.
Yeah, I love him. I just classed him as, well, left back, or he plays centre back, didn't he? But if we can have him right back, I'm all over that.
Okay. Keith, right backs.
It's going to have to be a split decision, Gav. I'm with you. I'm with you 110% of the way. Trent Alexander-Arnold, if he's given his chance, he'll be Young Player of the Year, and he will also be in the Team of the Year. That's how good he's going to be.
I hope you guys are right. I really do.
Everybody remember this pod. The day that it was written.
Are we totally throwing Coleman out there then? We're not having him at all.
Well, like the poor bastard, his leg is in bits.
Yeah,
so.
he's not back for. He could miss most of the season, you know. So we had Trent Alexander-Arnold there, and who else do we have? Who are we going over there? Azpilicueta.
Yeah.
Okay. I'd love to hear Grizz saying Azpilicueta. Just that popped in my head. Right, so 2 centre backs then. I'll start us off again.
VVD.
Well, you see, I'm not going to start with Liverpool one because I've done it already. But no, I think I'm going to go for Alderweireld off Spurs. I think
absolutely.
He's absolutely excellent.
Nailed on.
Excellent. He's just everything you want in a centre back. He's big and strong. He's mobile. He cuts things out. He heads it well. Everything about him. He's an absolute steal from Spurs when they took him from Southampton. But look, if you want to go and give me a count a bit, I'm all ears.
I think he's got to be in there. But no matter who VVD plays for, I think he's got to be in there. If it's also Southampton, I think it's them too. There's no looking past it.
Anyone else happy with that?
Yeah, VVD for me. The other one that I'd just give a shout to as well. It's just he's gonna thrive under Conte. Is David Luiz.
He's such a prick.
He is. But the only prick you have in his team.
Are we allowed them pricks in the team?
Yeah. Well, look, there's a chance Emre Can might. So there we go.
Oh, don't.
The only thing about would worry me about David Luiz is, I think when he gets too confident, he becomes really complacent, and that's when he starts throwing in some howlers.
Yeah, but
he's not really a good defender. He's good at the back. I know what you mean, but he's good at the back with his ball at the feet. Like, he can control it from there, but defensively, he's pretty erratic.
So are we all in agreement that Alderweireld and Virgil van Dijk will be in the running?
What are you saying, Keith?
I'd look out for Eric Bailly, if he stays fit this season. Eric Bailly,
the one I was thinking as well.
Yeah, he was a big reason why United did so well towards the end of last season. Again, we're picking defenders who are going to concede the least type of goals.
I think he nearly played him unfit as well. I think he was unfit one game and he still played him away in a Europa League game. That's how important he was.
Yeah, no, exactly. And I think he can definitely push on if he keeps fit. He'll definitely be in the conversation come the end of the season. So I'd have him in brackets. But yeah, Virgil van Dijk, Alderweireld, Alderweireld is probably one of the best centre-backs I've ever seen play football. He's a dream, an absolute dream. Gosh, you could only dream to have a player like him. So yeah, I'd go with the lads, Virgil van Dijk and Alderweireld. But Bailly to one to watch.
Yeah, Bailly to one to watch. Would anybody give a shout out to Koscielny at Arsenal?
No.
I like him. I don't think I think he's at just that level below where Toby and Virgil are. He's just below. But I do like him. I don't mind him. I think he's a good player. And
I actually think that Michael Keane at Everton is going to have a great season as well. I just have a feeling about him. I just think he's going to have a really, really good season. I think he suits the way Everton play. They're not too high up the pitch, but they're not too deep either. But so Alderweireld, Van Dijk, Bailly, as we're calling him, we're going to go with him in brackets. Yeah, we're happy enough with that. Right, I'm going to skip the midfield for a minute because we don't want to run in that order. So 2 strikers. This is where it gets really interesting. We keep saying about this chap that he'll never last, and he keeps doing it. So Harry Kane, anyone want to advance me on Harry Kane?
Best striker in the league by country mile. He's the best striker in the league. He is that good. He does he does it all, doesn't he?
Do you know what other one I'd like to try and throw in there? Because when I seen him last season and he got injured and he looked unreal, was Jesus of
Oh my gosh!
Yeah,
Wow.
Him and Kane. I'm going to come straight out. Him and Kane are my shouts.
Yeah, they're my shouts as well. I think that good.
That guy's just going to be a superstar.
Yeah. Matt, I think Keith and Jonathan have nailed Jesus and Kane, but between me and you, could we pick another two just to have to decide like our second 11 just to see what happens?
Right. Can we throw Lukaku in there?
No.
He will get I don't rate him as a player for the team, but he will get you goals.
Yeah. If you want Lukaku in there, you can have him.
I don't want him in there, mate.
Yeah, but you've put him forward, so I'll put him in on the kind of second 11 on the alternate 11. Who would I pick? I just think Jesus and Jesus just looks unreal. To me, the movement, everything about him looks amazing.
Aguero's a great player.
Yeah, I just don't know how much Aguero plays next season if this lad Jesus is fit. That's being honest. Kane, yeah.
What about we forgot about Lacazette.
Yeah, you see, I have a massive worry over Arsenal, and it's just clouding my judgment on them. I just have a massive worry over them. I just think players are going to lose interest at that club having to play Thursday, Sunday, this Europa League. So if I was to think of one more, I'd love nothing more than to know Sturridge was playing every week, because if Sturridge plays every week, he scores more goals than all of them.
But he looks sharp.
He looks good. He looks fit as well, doesn't he?
Yeah, he looks really fit. But who we got left? You put Lukaku in. You see, it's hard to choose, isn't it, when you have all these players? But
does Morata?
What about Morata? Yeah, I was just going to say
Morata's just arrived. I don't know about Morata. Could we just leave it?
I'd have Lacazette over Morata.
Would you?
Yeah.
Don't know about that.
Not for me.
I like it.
Morata's built for this league. I don't know if Lacazette, I think it's going to take him some time to adjust.
He works a lot harder than people give him credit for as well, you know. If you look at his...
you know what? Do you know another player that I can see scoring a lot of goals? Is that Gabbiadini off Southampton? I genuinely think he's going to score a lot of goals for Southampton this season. I'm going to throw him in there as a wild card.
What about Jay Rodriguez? Just going to put that out there for fantasy football purposes. Jay Rodriguez, don't sleep on him. I reckon.
We've gone Jesus and Kane, Lukaku and Gabbiadini in brackets. Midfielders, right? This is the hardest one to pick for me, midfielders. So you have to pick two centre midfielders, a right midfielder and a left midfielder. Now look, the wingers are never kind of specified. You're just looking for wide men. So I'm going to go right out with it. And Mane is the show for one of them.
Yeah, Mane, 100%.
Yeah.
Anyone else?
Absolutely.
Arguing against Mane? Jonathan?
Well, I had a 4-3-3 picked.
That's just unfortunate, Jonathan.
It is. No, so I did as a result.
You can have the other three.
As a result, I didn't really have a kind of a winger put in it. I'll tell you the three. I'll come straight out. The three I've had, I've scribbled down here is Hazard, Keita, and Coutinho.
Okay.
So if I'm making a 4 out of that, I'm probably adding Dele off the left.
There we go.
Well, as one of the wide positions I'm going for, man, without a shadow of a doubt.
I can't disagree with that.
Right, so we're going Mane.
Does Salah can go the other side?
Yeah, and then we'll have Emre Can and Coutinho in the centre.
We'll have the best midfield in the
world. Another winger. I think Ali is a good shout. I'm going to just stick him in there for the moment. Ali
Sanchez goes to Chelsea, by the way.
Yeah, if he goes there, he'd go in as a striker, though, wouldn't he? Do you know what?
He won't get striker at City.
What about Sané as another shout? I think he looks unreal when he gets going.
He's great, isn't he?
Yeah.
This is probably the hardest position.
The
wide forward. I think we've just been biased to throw Mane in there. He is superb, but throwing him in
Yeah.
and writing everyone else off.
So Matt thinks it's biased. What do you think, Keith, now that we're going with a 4-4-2 system?
No, it's 4-4-2. I agree. Dele Alli is definitely going to be in there, 100%.
Kante?
Or Pogba.
Oh,
I reckon this is his year, you know. He's had a year to settle. I reckon he's going to be very dangerous this season. Weight's been lifted with the transfer fee. He's got it all in the bag. Box to box midfielder.
My only problem with Pogba is Mourinho stifles him. A better man, any other manager in the top 6, and he's a much, much better player. Problem with Mourinho is he's thinking about defending too much.
We've all looked at the players here, and I'm looking at midfield, and I'm even just thinking of City, and I'm thinking of Bernardo Silva. I'm thinking of David Silva. There's Gundogan has to come back. De Bruyne. You know, there's so many players there. I think De Bruyne is going to play more in this midfield role this season. Like I think he did towards the back end of the last season. But look, at the minute there, you have Pogba, Ali, Mane, and Sané.
Yes, yes.
What about Coutinho in the centre?
Coutinho in the centre,
well, look,
boys. With those two white boys, he could feed them. Like he's a goals and assists this season is going to be massive.
If I put Coutinho into the kind of second 11, because I've 2 kind of written down here, right?
And lads, I just give you an exclusive. Keita's going to win overall player of the year as well, so he has to surely get on the team, doesn't he?
Are you shouting Keita now? What? Because I'll put him down now as the lineup if you want. Are you shouting him now?
Yes.
No, actually, do you know what? No, I don't want that. I'm putting him in there because you've told me enough times that he's going to do it. So it's
Keita and Ali.
Keita, and I'm just going to put Jonathan's name beside
all over it, yeah.
As well, right? And so if we had 2 more midfielders, 2 more wide midfielders, we have Mane and Sané. Is there 2 more? Would you? Because I'm going to let you pick kind of 2 for each position, just so we can have a bit of crack right at the end of the season.
You've got to throw Sanchez in there. Got to throw Sanchez in.
Sanchez
and Hazard probably,
Hazard, yeah.
them two. Because come on, they've been so consistent. Like you can't write them off at all. We're talking about players coming into a new league here or young players and stuff.
Would no one consider Mkhitaryan?
Nah,
too flaky, far too flaky.
Too flaky. Okay,
yeah,
no, I really
comes and goes.
I like him. I'm just blaming Mourinho again.
Okay, so we've got there in the end. I'm going to keep this piece of paper. I genuinely am. So what we have is, this is what we've lined up with, right? De Gea, Trent Alexander-Arnold, Danny Rose, Toby Alderweireld, Virgil van Dijk, Paul Pogba, Dele Alli, Sadio Mane, Sané from City, I can't remember his first name, Jesus and Kane. Okay? And then on the opposite side, we have Pickford, Azpilicueta, Mendy, Bailey. We didn't actually pick a fourth centre-back, but we can come back to it if you want. Coutinho. You want to put Keane in? Okay, we put Keane in, just for the laugh.
Good shout. Should have come to the
Bailey.
I was thinking of Vertonghen. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not putting 2 Spurs in there. I don't think they do as well this season. Bailey, Keane, Coutinho, Keita, Sanchez, Hazard, Lukaku, Gabbiadini. All right.
Interesting. How did Gabbiadini get in there? Fucking hell.
Because I'm just thinking of some. There's always
you just loved him there. You didn't even ask us.
No, I just threw him in there. Now you have the pen. So,
hey, can you put my name next to Pogba and go and put no fucking chance?
Matt, no chance.
And next to Sadio Mane, Player of the Year 2017/18.
Yeah, Keithy.
Player of the Year, Keith. Any other big shouts you want to make? Jonathan, you have a big shout to make on any of these.
Emre Can flop of the year.
Okay. No, you can't do that. He's not in the full team. You have to pick someone from that team.
No, you tell him, Gav.
I'm just trying to wind Matt up here. I'm full of a lot of confidence in Salah getting of smashing up the league as well. Like I know we're going with Liverpool bias, but Jesus, if he kicks form at that pace, He has to be on short list as well.
So you're shouting Salah. I'll put him over to the side.
Yeah.
Salah.
I think he's going to have a great season for us.
Okay. And my shout on all them players in that team is I think Coutinho is the top scoring centre midfielder out of them four. Out of Pogba, Ali, Keita, if he's there, and Coutinho, right?
Oh, definitely.
Oh yeah,
Nice.
unbelievable. That's not even a
Well,
shot.
if you look, Dele Alli's there with I don't know how many league goals
No.
last season,
Yeah, Coutinho's getting
And
more than him
Pogba-
this year.
and Keith said that Pogba's going to score 100 goals, so he has to score 101 to beat. So it is a
Keith's
shout.
drunk.
There you go. Keep very
Oh, here,
drunk.
listen, you
Very
have a cheat calling anyone drunk at this stage, man. But no, look, lads, that was good. We got through loads without actually doing much. Let's be honest. But look, thanks for joining me, Keith, Matt, Jonathan. I'll see you all next week. I've been your host, Gav. See you all next Thursday. Up the Reds.